So good morning to all of you. So continue our next point, that is classification of bases. So there are four major class of this which are used in the preparation of this ointment. So first base which is used there, which is called as a oleaginous base. Second, absorption base. Third, emulsion base, and last, water soluble bases. So these are the four base which are used for ointment preparation. So next, that is first base, that is oleaginous bases, or which is called as a hydrocarbon bases. So they consist of combination of more than one oleaginous material such as water insoluble hydrophobic oils and fats. So in this oleaginous bases, they are combined or combination of this oleaginous material, mainly water insoluble hydrophobic oils and fat. So disadvantage of these bases, so they are greasy, sticky or non-washable. So these basic original bases are greasy, sticky, non-washable. Second disadvantage, it retain on the body heat. Third, it do not increase the absorption. Fourth disadvantage is prevent drainage on oozing area. So oozing area means it is leaked from this specific area, or when we apply any certain ointment on particular part. So from this point, these bases which are oozing out. So last disadvantage, they are anhydrous, do not absorb water, and they are insoluble in water. So these are the advantage of these oleaginous bases. So there are number of types of oleaginous bases. First, hydrocarbon. In this hydrocarbon categories, the paraffin wax, soft paraffin, and liquid paraffin will be the hydrocarbon oleaginous base. Next, from vegetable oil and animal fat. So from this base will be used peanut oil, coconut oil, lanolin, and the beeswax. Next will be the hydrogenated and sulfated oil. So the hydrogenated castor oil, hydrogenated and sulfated castor oil, which will be used as a oleaginous base. Next, acid, alcohol, and ester. So stearic acid, stearic alcohol, and isopropyl myristate, which is used as a oleaginous basis. Last, silicons. In silicon, dimethyl polysiloxanes, which is used as a oleaginous basis. Next, in the first base, which is soft paraffin. So soft paraffin, which is also called as a petrolactam. So it is purified mixture of semi-solid hydrocarbons, which is obtained from the petroleum. So the soft paraffin are mainly two types: yellow soft paraffin and white soft paraffin. So yellow soft paraffin, which has melting point 38 degrees Celsius, and which is mainly used in the ophthalmic ointment. And second, the white soft paraffin, which has melting point that is 56 degrees Celsius, which is obtained from the bleaching of this yellow soft paraffin. So next, hydrocarbon basis, that is hard paraffin. So hard paraffin, it is purified mixture of solid hydrocarbons which is obtained from petroleum. So it is used for the harden or soften the moisten ointment basis. So these hard paraffin are used for the harden or soften the ointment basis. Next will be the liquid paraffin, or which is called as the white mineral oil or liquid petroleum. So it is a mixture of liquid hydrocarbons which is obtained from the petroleum by distillation method. So use of this liquid paraffin which is combined to hard or soft paraffin, combined with hard uh, combined with hard paraffin or soft paraffin to harden or soften the ointment. So simple like the liquid paraffin, this liquid paraffin which is used with these two types of paraffin, like is soft or hard paraffin, for mixing for this ointment base make harden or soften. Next type, that is absorption basis, or which is called as the emulsifiable basis. So qualities of this absorption basis, they are anhydrous in nature. So from this basis we form W by O emulsion. They absorb 50% of water due to the presence of this sterol emulsion, and they are easily removable by water. So these absorption bases, first qualities or properties, they are anhydrous in nature. They form W by O type of emulsion. They absorb 50% of water due to the presence of this sterol emulsion, and they are easily removable by water. Next, classification of this absorption bases. So there are mainly two types. First, non-emulsified bases, and second, W by O type of emulsion bases. So in non-emulsified bases, which absorb water and aqueous solution to produce W by emulsion, example, wool fat, wool alcohol, beeswax, and cholesterol. Next type of basis, that is W by O type of emulsions basis. So which absorb more water than the non-emulsified basis. So the W by O type of emulsion basis which absorb more water than non-emulsified basis. For example, hydrous wool fat, which is also called as a lanolin. Next, wool fat. In this first, that is wool fat, which is very important and which is used in the preparation of this ointment. Which wool fat, which is also called as the anhydrous lanolin. It is a fat from which is wool of the sheep. So this wool fat, which is obtained from this type of fat or base which of the wool of the sheep, and it can be absorbed 50% of water of its weight. So this wool fat can absorb the 50% of water from its weight. Okay, so this wool fat, which is used for the ointment based preparation and which is used in the ophthalmic ointment. Next type, wool alcohol. So wool fat is alkalized to obtain cholesterol and alcohol. So this is wool alcohol, which is obtained from wool fat, which is alkalized from alkanize gives the cholesterol and alcohol. So use of this wool alcohol as an emulsifying agent in preparation of this W by O emulsions. Next absorption base, that is beeswax. The beeswax, which is obtained from, so name suggests that, which is obtained from simple bees. So which is obtained from this honeycomb of the bees. There are two types. First, yellow and white beeswax. So this beeswax, which is used for the act as a stiffening agent in the paste and the ointment. So this beeswax act as a stiffening agent in the paste and the ointments. For next base, that is hydrous wool fat. So this is obtained from the purified fat of the from wool of the sheep. They are insoluble in water, soluble in ether and chloroform, and which contains 70% of wool fat plus 30% of water. So the hydrous wool fat, they contain 30% of wool fat and 70% of wool fat and 30% of water, and this hydrous wool fat which act as a emollient in nature. Next, advantage of this absorption basis. So first advantage, it is compatible with most of the medicaments. So this absorption basis which is compatible with most of the medicament. It absorbs large quantity of water or aqueous substances. Next, these absorption bases are relatively heat stable. Next advantage, they are easily spreadable. They are less occlusive and a good emollient. And last advantage, their aqueous substances can be incorporated. So in this absorption basis, the aqueous substance will be incorporated or mixed together. Next disadvantage of this absorption basis, they are undesirable due to the greasy in nature. So they are undesirable due to their greasy in nature. And second disadvantage, that is there is a chances of microbial contamination due to the presence of this water content or moisture content. Next type of base, that is emulsion base. So emulsion base has ability to absorb water and serum discharge and form O by W and W by O type of emulsion. According to type of emulsion, these are bases are classified in two types: W by O, that is water in oil, or O by W, that is oil in water. The first base, that is W by O, which is greasy and sticky in nature. For example, this basis is used for the sulfur and zinc ointment. Next, second, O by W type of emulsion base. They are easily removed from the skin. They are used for the formulation or preparation of vanishing cream. So in the emulsifying ointment, there are different types of base or which you use. So anionic or cationic or non-emulsifying wax, that is 30%, white soft paraffin, which is 50%, and liquid paraffin, which is used as a 20%. So in the emulsifying ointment, there are three types of base which is used, that is anionic or cationic or non-anionic emulsifying wax will be 30% used, or whites of paraffin will be 50% used, and liquid paraffin will be the 20% used. So when we applied on the skin, it lives beyond the layer of the fat. जेव्हा आपण अप्लाय करतो एखाद्या स्किनवर, त्यावेळी कसं एक फ्लॅट फॅट कंटेनिंग जी लेयर असते ती फॉर्म होते. Advantage of these emulsion bases. So first, it is miscible with exudate from the lesions. Okay, so they are exudate with from this लेशन. जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या लेशन्स किंवा त्याच्यामधून उझिंग आउट होतो, त्याच्याबरोबर ते काय करतात, बाहेर पडले जातात. इट डज नॉट इंटरफेअर विथ स्किन फंक्शन. दीज इमल्शन बेसेस, they do not interfere with skin function. They are good contact with skin because of surfactant content. So त्याच्यामध्ये surfactant असल्यामुळे त्याच्यामधलं जे दोन फेज असतील किंवा स्किन असतील त्यामुळे काय गुड कॉन्टॅक्ट होतो, त्याचे सरफेस टेन्शन असेल ते काय असतं, कमी होतं. Next, high cosmetic acceptability. So these emulsion bases are mostly used in cosmetic preparations. They are easily removable from the hair. So these bases will be easily removed from the hair. Next, disadvantage of the emulsion bases. W by O type of emulsion, they are greasy and sticky in nature. Next disadvantage, its acceptance is less. Their acceptance are less, and they are difficulty removed from the body and the clothing. So these emulsion bases are difficulty removed from the body and the clothing. Next type of bases, which is called as a water soluble base, which is also known as a greaseless base. So this water soluble base, which is also known as a greaseless. In water soluble bases, they are mainly carboxyls, which is molecular weight carboxyl 200, 300 up to the 1500, which is mostly for the viscous liquid. The carboxyls, which are from this above this 1500 or above this 1540 or 3000 or 6000, which are mostly used for the viscous solid. So these are carboxyls are for these 200 to 1500 for viscous liquid. Carboxyls from this 1500 to 6000, which is for viscous solid. The pectin, tragacanth, and the cellular derivatives, which are obtained from this plant. Gelatin, which is a base which is obtained from animal. Silica gel bentonite, which is obtained from the chemical reaction. And for low viscosity, the glycerin and the glyceryl monostearate base will be used. So according to what type of product will be used or what type of consistency, जशी आपल्याला consistency कुठल्या टाइप पाहिजे ते, so त्याच्यासाठी वेगवेगळे water soluble base आपण यूज करू. So first base, which is carboxyls, or which is called as a macrobase. Okay, so this is the general formula for this carboxyls. So these are the mixture of polycondensation of product of ethylene oxide and water. So these carboxyls are the mixture of polycondensation product of ethylene oxide and water. The average molecular weight are represented by numbers. So The macro goals or carbovaxis are defined or their representation by this molecular weight. So macro goal 200, 300 or 400, which is mostly are viscous liquid. So macro goal 1500, they are greasy semi-solid liquid. The macro goal from this 1540, 3400, 3000 or 4000 or 6000, they are mostly waxy solid. Liquids, they are liquids, liquid carbovaxins, they are clear and colorless. The faint and they are faint and characteristic odor. So the liquid has a certain type of odor as well. The liquids are they are miscible with water, alcohol, and other glycols. So the carbovaxins they are miscible with water, alcohol, and other glycols. Next, solid type. So solid type of carbovaxins, they are white or creamy in color. They are hard lumps or in the flex form. They are soluble one part in the three in the water. So these carbovaxins has one part will be soluble into the three parts of water, and carbovaxis one part which is soluble into the two parts of alcohol. So solidifying points range which is from 40 to 60 degrees Celsius. So the solid carbohydrate which is solidifying range from 40 degree to 60 degrees Celsius. Next is macrogol property. So they are non-toxic, non-irritating, which has pH from 4 to 7.5, and they can be sterilized by heat. The solid macrogols which are sterilized by dry heat, and the liquid which is sterilized by autoclave. So the macrogol which has property, they are water soluble, non-volatile, and they are inert in nature. So there are different types of macrogols or molecular, different types of molecular containing macrogol. They are mixed together and form different consistencies of products. So जसं आपल्याला प्रॉडक्ट असेल, आता समजा आपल्याला वेगवेगळे कन्सिस्टन्सीचे जसे प्रॉडक्ट आपल्याला फॉर्म करायचे त्यावेळी लिक्विड मायक्रोगोल किंवा सॉलिड मायक्रोगोल मिक्स वेगवेगळ्या प्रोपोर्शन मध्ये मिक्स करून जशी आपल्याला प्रॉडक्टची सॉलिडिफिकेशन किंवा कन्सिस्टन्सी पाहिजे असेल किंवा घनता पाहिजे असेल त्याच्यासाठी आपण काय करतोय वेगवेगळे कार्बोहायड्रेट्स आपण मिक्स करून प्रॉडक्ट फॉर्म करतो. So these are the base which is used. Next, bases which are used for the preparation of this paste. So there are three types of base which are used for this preparation of base. So first, hydrocarbon bases. In these mainly soft paraffin and liquid paraffin will be used. So in the last part we study this both soft paraffin and the liquid paraffin, what are their nature, what is the melting point, what is their softness. Next base is paste base, that is water miscible base. So in this water miscible base there are consist of glycerin and the emulsifying ointment. And third paste base, that is water soluble base. In this contain polyethylene glycol will be used for the preparation of this paste. Next base which is next will be used as a chelating agent. So heavy metal which is called degradation of the gel bases or medicament. So the chelating agent which form complex with heavy metals and which prevent the degradation. So if any heavy metals which contain into the product which degrade these gel bases and the medicament. So from this preparation, from this formulation, we add this chelating agent which form complex with this heavy metal and prevent this degradation. For example, which is used, chelating agent will be used for the formulation of this paste, EDT. Next, additive will be added into the paste, that is humectant. So maintain humidity in the preparation and prevent drying. So जी ज्याची मॉइश्चर किंवा जे वॉटर कंटेंट मेंटेन करायचं असेल त्या जेल मधलं, समजा जर वॉटर कंटेंट आपण मेंटेन नाही तर जेल कशी होईल, ड्राय फॉर्म होईल. So for maintaining the water content or moisture, So we will add the humectant into this formulation. So example, glycerin and the sorbitol will be used as a humectant in the paste phase. Next, hygroscopic substances. So these hygroscopic substances which prevent the quick loss of water due to the evaporation in the gel and prevention drying and prevent the drying and the flake formation. जे hygroscopic substances आपण कशासाठी ऍड करतो, जी क्विक लॉस वॉटर होतो एखाद्या इव्हॅपोरेशन प्रोसेसमुळे जे एका जेल मधलं वॉटर लॉस होतं ते कमी करण्यासाठी आपण काय करतो त्याच्यामध्ये हायग्रोस्कोपिक सबस्टन्सेस ऍड करतो. सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल ग्लिसरॉल किंवा प्रोपिलीन ग्लायकॉल आपण त्या पेस्ट फॉर्म्युलेशन मध्ये आपण ऍड करतो. नेक्स्ट व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट दॅट इज फॉर्म्युलेशन ऑफ दिस gel preparation, which is very important in gel formulation. The important ingredient that is gelling agent. Okay, so in this gelling agent, these are mainly organic hydrocolloids or hydrophilic inorganic substances. So the gelling agent are organic hydrocolloids or hydrophilic inorganic substances. They are mainly two types: natural gelling agent or synthetic gelling. In natural gelling agent, the gum tragacan, starch, pectin, gelatin, clays, cellulose derivatives are used. In synthetic gelling agent, mainly sodium alginate, carbamol, polyvinyl alcohol will be used. So these are the gelling agent which is very important for preparation of the gel. So or which is very important gelling base will be used for this formulation of any gel or jelly. So first gelling agent that is clay. So 7 to 20% of bentonite which is used as a dermatological base. So in this place the 70 to 20% of bentonite will be used as a dermatological base. 10% of aluminum magnesium silicate which is used as a medicated gel. So in clays, there will be the 7 to 20% bentonite will be as a dermatology, or which is the dermatological preparation, and 10% of aluminum magnesium silicate, which is used in the medicated gels. So these gels are not clear and which form powdery residue on the skin. So the gels form from the clay, which are nature will be not clear and they are shows powder residue on the skin. Next will be used as a tragacan. So this tragacan is used for the preparation of the user for lubricating and medicated and contraceptive jellies. So concentration of the tragacan in the lubricating jelly that is 2 to 3%, and for the dermatological vehicle which is used as a 5%. The concentration of the tragacan into this lubricating or medicated or contraceptive jelly, the lubricating jelly, the concentration of tragacan will be from 2 to 3%, and the dermatological vehicle, this will be the 5%. The tragacan is a very poorly wettable. So tragacan will be poorly wettable, and an addition of this water on the lumps which is formed, which is difficult to disperse. So when we add water into this tragacan which form water lumps, and so these lumps are difficult to disperse into this formulation. For this, the dispersing agent which is used for the preparation of this homogeneous sweetener. So prevent this lumps formation or difficulty into dispersion. So there will be add the dispersing agent into this mixture and which form homogeneous product. For example, dispersing agent which is mainly used as a alcohol, glycerol or volatile liquids will be used. So next, disadvantage. So the tragacan which is obtained from natural sources, so they are vary in the viscosity. After evaporation, they form a film which is left on the screen as a flakes formation. So this tragacan which has lost viscosity outside the pH range from 4.5 to 7. So this tragacan cannot be stored for longer time, and they are prone to microbial growth. So this tragacan which is obtained from the plant sources, so they are mostly prone to or there is a formation or degradation to the microbial growth. Next will be the pectin. So pectin is a gelling agent which is suitable for acid products. So mostly this pectin which is mostly used for the preparation of this acid product, gel formation of using acid product. They are mainly used in many preparation including edible jellies. So these pectins are used in the preparation of edible jellies. The glycerin is used as a dispersing agent and a humectant into the pectin containing jellies. So pectin jellies is good medium for the bacterial growth. So we add the preservative on this gel formulation. So mostly this pectin will be used as a product which is mainly acid. So we add the any acidic drugs or acidic from this acid drug or acidic product containing formulation. So we add the good gelling agent as a pectin. So this pectin also used in the edible jellies, and also for in this pectin there is a glycerin which act as a dispersing agent and humectant for the formulation of jellies, and these pectin jellies are due to this which is mainly prone to the bacterial growth. So we add the preservative on this uh, pectin jelly. So storage. So these pectin jellies will be stored in well closed container to prevent loss of moisture by evaporation. Next gelling agent, that is starch. It is used in the combination with other gelling agents. So starch, which is used with combination of other gelling agent, it provides water soluble dermatological base. So this dermatological just चेज असतात डर्मेट सो स्किनचे मेडिकामेंट स्किन मेडिकामेंट किंवा स्किन ट्रीटमेंटसाठी जे जेलीज आपण यूज किंवा डर्मॅटॉलॉजिकल बेस त्या बेसच्या जेलीमध्ये आपण मोस्टली स्टार्च यूज करतो. सो द फॉर्म्युलेशन दॅट इज स्टार्च जिलॅटिन ग्लिसरीन जेली प्रॉडक्ट विल बी यूज. सो हे कॉम्बिनेशन स्टार्च जिलॅटिन आणि ग्लिसरीन हे कॉम्बिनेशन आपण यूज करतो. ग्लिसरीन अप टू 50% विल बी ऍडेड ऍज अ प्रिझर्वेटिव्ह अँड द ह्युमॅक्टन. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण ग्लिसरीन काय करतो 50% आपण ऍड करतो. त्या कॉम्बिनेशन मध्ये आपण 50% काय असतं ग्लिसरीन असतं. For example, note the important note for preparation of jellies from this starch. So first, they are mostly freshly prepared. So ज्या जेलीज आपण यूज करणार आहोत किंवा जे स्टार्च पासून ते आर मोस्टली फ्रेशली प्रिपेअर्ड असायला पाहिजेत, and they will be stored into the well closed container to prevent the loss of moisture by evaporation. Next gelling agent, that is gelatin. So gelatin, they are insoluble in the cold water and they are swell and soften. So this gelatin will be soluble in hot water. This gelatin cells, they are soluble into the hot water. 2% of gelatin which is formed jelly on the cooling. So फक्त 2% जिलेटिन आपण यूज करून काय आपण जेल फॉर्म करू शकतो. जेव्हा आपण ती कूल करतो तेव्हा हॉट वॉटर मध्ये ऍड करून आपण सोल्युबल करू, नंतर आपण जी कूल करू तेव्हा काय जेल फॉर्म होते. स्टिफ मेडिकेटेड जेली कॅन बी प्रिपेअर्ड फ्रॉम 50% ऑफ दिस जिलेटिन यूज. सो जर आपला स्टिफ मेडिकेटेड जेली जर आपण प्रिपेअर करायचं असेल त्याच्यासाठी आपण 50% आपण 15% आपण त्याच्यामध्ये कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन आपण जिलेटिनचे घेतो. So gelatin melted before use. So gelatin जे आपण काय करायला पाहिजे मेल्ट करायला पाहिजे before use, and after cooling to desired temperature they apply with the brush. Okay, so the affected area which is covered with bandage and left in the place for the several weeks. So जेव्हा gelatin आपण apply करू तेव्हा काय which is apply on the affected area with bandage and which is left for the several weeks. And so for the gelling formation from the gelatin, there is a water content, presence of water content. So there is for prevention of the microbial growth, there will be add as a preservative into this formulation. Next gelling agent, that is cellulose derivative. They are produced neutral jellies for very stable viscosity. जे cellular derivatives पासून जे आपल्याला jellies formulation मिळतात, they produce neutral jellies for very stable viscosity. They afford good resistance against microbial growth. त्याच्यामध्ये सेल्युलर डेरिव्हेटिव्ह जर आपण यूज केले त्याच्यामुळे मायक्रोबियल ग्रोथची ग्रोथ प्रिव्हेंट करण्याची इझी होतं. The cellular derivatives, they are high clarity and they are produce soft film after drying. So the cellular derivative jellies which produce high clarity or the trans. So this is used for the sodium CMC, which is used for the preparation of lubricity and the sterile jellies, and they are withstand for the autoclaving temperature without any deterioration. For example, methyl cellulose, which is used as a 3%, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, which is used as a 1.5 to 5% as a lubricating gels, and for 5% will be used as a dermatological gels. So this CMC, which is mainly methyl cellulose, which is used as a 3%, and sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, which is in the percentage that is from 1.5 to 5% will be used as a lubricating gel, and in 5% will be used as a dermatological gels. Next gelling agent, that is sodium alginate. So this sodium alginate, which is used as a 1.5% to 2%, which is used as for lubricating gel, and the dermatological vehicle for the 5 to 10%. So which has viscosity. The sodium alginate has viscosity can be increased by addition of this soluble calcium salt. So in the sodium alginate, the salting out which is observed with a high concentration, we increase the concentration of sodium alginate, there is a salting out of the effect. So this shows salting type of nature. 2 to 4% alcohol, glycerin, and the propylene glycol also used as a dispersing agent in this sodium alginate gel. The advantage over the sodium alginate advantage over this dragonite. So first, they are available in the several grades of standard viscosity. So the sodium alginate which is available into the several grades of the standard viscosity. Next gelling agent, that is carbomol. So this carbomol, which is 0.3 to 1% will be used as a lubricating gel, and 0.5 to 5% as a dermatological gels or vehicle. So these have high gelling efficiency. This carbomol, which has high gelling efficiency and which is used in the low concentration. And last gelling agent, which is used polyvinyl alcohol, which is called as also PVA. So PVA gel, which is provide protection as a dry quickly to form strong residual film on the skin, and these are available in the various grades and the viscosity. So these polyvinyl, which form protection as a dry quickly to form strong residual film on the skin, and they are available into the various grades and the viscosity.